Hey everyone, it's Chris, MTGO's RexDart, and we're back for more Legacy Zoo in the spirit of Christmas, playing the Naya colors. And I won the die roll, and I will play first. And let's see what we have here. So I don't have a 1-drop. I am on the play, and I do have some removal. I have a Price of Progress, which could be good or could be totally dead, depending on the matchup. My only creature is a Kusali Pride Mage, so if he's a fair deck with any removal spell, the Kusali Pride Mage isn't going to do too much. So, while I think this hand has some merit in certain matchups, I don't think I can risk it. I'm going to mull. That hand is okay. I don't think I'm going to do better at 5. It says the same weakness, unfortunately, and it's really just kind of a worse hand with 1 additional land. So we will... I can go basic mountain here for Curdape, just in case he's a wasteland deck. That's probably not terrible. So, I'd like to draw another creature. In lieu, of course, of basic mountain, snow-covered mountain, because that's how we roll. On the draw, occasionally it's right to be concerned about not having your Curdape pumped because of opposing punishing fire decks when those kind of decks are popular. But on the play, it rarely actually matters. Okay, so I need to play something to pump the Curdape. I see I have a backup white in that plateau, so I can go ahead and play this Savannah. I'm thinking basic swamp could be a lot of things, but online you do tend to see a lot more pox than you do pretty much anywhere else. Okay, he's going to be in a tomb, so Grizzlebrand, yep. Okay, he's going to reanimate it. So let's see, he will be going to 10, so I can bolt him. That way he can't actually pay. And then I will path the Grizzlebrand. Doesn't have another basic. It's a little odd. There's some weird... I don't know what's going on with that. He didn't stack his deck or anything with Brainstorm, so I'm not really sure why he didn't get a guy. Okay, well, I'm going to play in the Coddle. I mean, I know there's some weird kind of combo decks that aren't playing basics to use some guy from last block, but I don't think that's what this is, because he just had a basic swamp. This kind of seems strange. Alright, so in comes Curdape, and we will see what he has now. Hopefully nothing. He only has 1 land. He didn't get a second one. He's going to get Taxian Probe. See if he draws in any more action. Do he really only have 1 basic swamp? Maybe he does. It's possible, but you'd think then he had a basic something, basic island. All right, well, so that lightning bolt there proved to be very timely. That is one of the things you can do against reanimator decks, is try to put a lot of pressure on their life total quickly, because they definitely use their life total as a resource. Gitaxian Probe and Reanimate, as you saw. Same principle works against Ad Nauseam Storm decks. The more pressure you can put on their life total, the better, but it has to be early. So let's see. And I'll talk about this here. I have Rest in Peace in the sideboard, even though I have a lot of graveyard stuff, because some of the stuff I'm going to be bringing out against him that uses the graveyard. And I try to mix up my graveyard hate because of Cabal Therapies from Dredge decks. So that's why I have some sort of unorthodox choices here. Thalia would be good, but I don't know on the draw. I don't actually think Price of Progress is going to do anything. I know I don't want the Lavamancers. Let's see. I could 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I could also kind of end up hosing myself a little bit with Thalias here. If I knew for sure, I'd have to figure he's playing Brainstorm, Careful Study, that kind of thing, which would make sense to have for me to bring in Red Blasts here. But then that's leaning against bringing in some of this other stuff. So really not sure. I definitely want to keep the paths. So I think, I don't know. I think I'm going to leave Thalia on the bench. On the play, there's an argument for it, I think, but in this situation, no. So if I'm doing that, do I want to cut maybe some of this top end? No, he might have a show and tell backup plan or something I could use this to fetch Caracas. So I think I'm going. Well, if he has a show and tell backup plan, I might want that. Maybe I need to wait and see if he actually shows me that before doing this, because I think I don't really want to cut anything else here and dilute my ability to pressure his life total early. I think I'm just going to try to count on some of that graveyard hate to get me there. But again, on the draw, some of these are not super impressive. Well, this hand I think should work. It's got a couple of hate cards, some early pressure. I think it works fine. Let's see what he's on to lead off. Might have Thoughtseize or something like that. That would be good for him. Although I think that would normally give me enough time to get off a Rest in Peace, even if he did. Okay, he's on Catacombs and nothing. So we'll see. I'm going to play a Taiga and cast a Tormod's Crypt. And he's thinking. No, okay, doesn't have a counterspell there. Okay. And then I'm going to play Nicodle and pass the turn. Alright, he's going to get an Underground Sea and Brainstorm. So he was in fact traditional Reanimator. I was just wondering why he would not have fetched a basic island in the last game, unless he just really isn't playing basic island. Seems strange. So he could be looking for Chain of Vapor here, possibly. Whatever his go-to bounce spell is for these sorts of things. Oh, maybe he is on a show and tell alternate plan. So that would make sense here with Lotus Petal. Well, he's going to Thoughtseize me. Okay. Well, that also works. Nothing I can do there. Oh, he's going to Thoughtseize his own Grizzlebrand? What does he got? Okay, now he has Shallow Grave, Massacre, and a Marsh Flats. Okay. Kind of weird. So he brainstormed, and then he just played an Underground Sea and Lotus Petal, so he could have stacked his deck. So I'm not really sure. He's got Massacre. I don't have a Plains out right now. That's weird. Okay, wait a minute. How do I need to time that? Oh no, I don't. So he can't cast Massacre for free because I don't have a Plains, and I won't here anyways. So play the Horizon Canopy. So I have to assume he's stacked the top of his deck with something. He's like baiting me to go off of that Tormod's Crypt here. So I know Shallow Grave an instant. Yeah. So he's left himself that. So if I play Rest in Peace, he would respond with Shallow Grave, and then I would have to blow the Crypt. And then so like if his top of the deck is something relevant that he's stacked against me, then that would certainly be bad. But I think I have to go ahead and do that play here anyways. So, I mean, he would have to have something in his, something stacked on the top of his deck to bounce the Rest in Peace, and then something else to give him more action, which I just don't, he's not going to get. Okay, now he'll Shallow Grave, and then in response, I'll get rid of that, and Rest in Peace will land. So now I know that his hand is Massacre and a land, I believe it was, and Marsh Flats. You know, so I'm just going to be on a beatdown plan. I wonder what his top card was. See, he's played the Marsh Flats, so he could, if he doesn't want whatever's left there, sack it away. Let's see if I get the Plains here. He can give everybody -2/-2. That's not going to kill the Nicodle. It can like stall it for a turn, but I think that's yeah, it's kind of a waste of it anyways. But all right, get a Plateau. Red. Play a Curd Ape. Another Curd Ape, and then pass. So he obviously wanted both of the cards that he'd put on top, or maybe he doesn't. He's sitting here in the upkeep trying to decide, I think, whether he wants that or not. He can shuffle away the other one that he put back with Brainstorm. Actually, that might be an unknown. Did he Brainstorm end a turn that turn? Yeah, he did. He Brainstormed end a turn that turn. So, so the card on top is unknown. But of course, that means that I know most of his hand there. Is that the Massacre? He played the Marsh Flat, so now he has 2 unknown cards in hand. Cabal Therapy on me. Okay. Well, that was one of the 2 unknowns, so I know he has Massacre. And what's the one other card? I have 14 damage next turn, so I'm going to win next turn if he doesn't have anything here, and I don't know what his one card could be that he could have in hand that would do anything about that. I guess if he had double Massacre, he could do that. And I'm waiting for him to choose. I suppose he doesn't know I'm representing 7 damage, but he has to figure I've got a burn spell. So I don't know what he's trying to clear the way for here. Those are Underground Sea promos. I believe it's the only blue duel that has gotten its Mox promo released. Some of the other ones are starting to really creep up there in price, although this one, even despite the promos, stayed around 40 ticks. So the other blue duels, if you haven't noticed, have all been going way up. Trops and Volks, I think, are all at or approaching 30 tickets. Maybe Trops are higher than that now. I can remember Volcanic Island being sort of the black sheep of the blue duels, but a lot of blue-red decks these days. Blue-white-red Delver kind of making a comeback. Or sorry, the land has been making a comeback in decks like that as well. It used to be sort of a pure combo color, like Painted Servant, that sort of thing. Painter's Servant. All right, well, I guess he decided that I had the damage there. So that'll do it for the Legacy Zoo portion of the event, and I hope you guys enjoyed our Christmas coverage with the red, white, and green decks battling today, and I will see you guys next time.